The Indus River, called Sindhu in Sanskrit, meaning a large body of water. In Gurmukhi Punjabi, it is known as Abbasin, the fathers of rivers. Originating in the Tibetan Plateau, the river runs a course through the Ladakh region of India towards Gilgit-Baltistan, beginning in a mountain spring and fed with glaciers and rivers in Himalayan, Karakoram and Hindu Kush ranges. It then flows in a southerly direction along the entire length of Pakistan. The Indus is the longest river of Pakistan. Its estimated annual flow is twice that of Nile River, making it one of the largest rivers in the world in terms of average annual flow. River Indus carries glacial waters into the main river. It gradually bends to the south and descends into the Punjab plains at Kalabagh. The river supports the ecosystem of temperate forests, plains and arid countryside. The river has historically been important to many cultures of the region. It provides key water resources for Pakistan's economy, especially the breadbasket of Punjab province. The Indus River and its watershed have a rich biodiversity and is a major flyway for migratory birds. It is home to many wildlife species. Which are unique to the river's ecosystem. The Indus River blind dolphin being one of them. Locally known as Bhullan, it has long beak and a stocky body. Low triangular hump on its back in place of a true dorsal fin. Grey-brown in color, sometimes with a pinkish belly. The eyes are extremely small, resembling pinhole openings slightly above the mouth. The Indus River blind dolphin measures between 1.5 to 2.5 meters, that's 5 to 8 feet in length, and weighs 80 to 90 kgs. It does much of its feeding at or near the bottom of river, probing the river bottom with its snout and its flipper. The Indus River dolphin is one of the world's most endangered freshwater river dolphins. Believed to have originated in the ancient Tethys Sea, when the sea dried up approximately 50 million years ago, the dolphins were forced to adapt to its only remaining habitat rivers. They have adapted to life in the muddy river and are functionally blind. They rely on echolocation to navigate, communicate, and hunt prey, including prawns, catfish, and carp. Being a mammal, dolphin cannot breathe in the water and must surface every 30 to 120 seconds. There are now an estimated 1,816 Indus River dolphins in Pakistan. Dolphin is an important indicator of the health of river. The species has been classified as endangered by IUCN, indicating that it faces a high risk of extinction in the near future. Historically, in Pakistan, the species was distributed throughout the Indus, including its main tributaries, the Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, and Sutlej. However, the construction of barrages has resulted in habitat fragmentation. Their numbers declined dramatically after the construction of numerous dams and barrages that began in the 1930s. This construction split the dolphins' population into small groups, degraded their habitat, and impeded migration. Dolphins are no longer found in the lower parts of the Indus River due to water extraction, which dries up downstream channels for several months each year. They only remain in three potentially viable groups: in the Indus main stem between Guddu and Sakkar barrages, Sindh province, and between Tosa and Chashma barrages in Punjab province. The reason for the dramatic decline in the Indus River dolphin distribution is due to a combination of many factors. Major threats include accidental capture in fishing nets. Until the 1970s, dolphins were actively hunted by the Mohana tribe, which put pressure on populations in Sindh. Some communities who rely on fishing think of the Indus River dolphin as competition for fish, so poaching still occurs sporadically despite a ban on hunting. Increased use of unsustainable fishing methods have caused a reduction in dolphin prey species, which affects the Indus River dolphin's food supply. Over the years, factories on the banks of the Indus River have increased levels of water pollution in the river and the atmosphere around it. High levels of pollutants in the river have led to deaths of endangered Indus River dolphin. Untreated sewage from communities that reside along irrigation canals and the banks of the Indus River directly pollutes the water. Washing clothes and utensils in the river also causes pollution. Vegetation and wildlife of the Indus Delta are threatened by the reduced inflow of fresh water, along with extensive deforestation. Global warming. Every year, dolphins become trapped in narrow irrigation channels. They can seldom return to the main channel unassisted and eventually die. The problems faced by this animal caused by the adverse effects of barrages are in common with other members of the biota. By solving problems for dolphins, the rest of the ecosystem should benefit. It is suggested that the issues of biodiversity can gain a higher profile when linked to a flagship species. The construction of barrages and dams for irrigation power generation purpose are posing serious threats to biodiversity of Indus River. Diversity and distribution of fish of a habitat is closely associated with different factors such as depth, food availability, and breeding sites. The Tibetan Plateau contains the world's third largest store of ice. The recent fast-paced melting and warmer temperatures issued a strong warning. Temperatures are rising 4 times faster, and the Tibetan glaciers are retreating at higher speed than in any other part of the world. The glaciers are a vital lifeline of the Indus River. Once they vanish, water supplies in Pakistan will be in peril.